Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Chrome Tour golf ball from Callaway.
So let's just give you a reminder of this timeline. PGA Tour Enterprises announced back on January 31st. It's a new for-profit venture launched by PGA Tour and the SSG. Those investments into the enterprises is worth up to $3 billion. You've got nearly 200 PGA Tour members who will gain access to that $1.5 billion in equity in PGA Tour Enterprises. It's player grants, which vest over time based on career achievements, future participation and services. And right now, grants are only available to qualified PGA Tour players. So for more on today's developments, we welcome in Tyler Dennis, Chief Competitions Officer with the PGA Tour. Tyler, thank you for making the time. Just give us a sense of what today's news means for the PGA Tour membership.
Yeah, thanks, and it's great to be speaking with you here from New Orleans on a beautiful day at the Zurich Classic. Yeah, it's as you said a minute ago, this is really a historic moment for the PGA Tour. So what's happening today is there's nearly 200 PGA Tour members that are receiving the detailed information about the player equity program, and that's giving them the opportunity to become owners of their organization. And, you know, really the big picture of this is a first in professional sports. There's no other sports league in the world that has this significant number of their athletes as owners of their own sports organization. And we're really excited about it because ultimately we want to do what's right for the fan. We want to grow the PGA Tour in many different ways, and having the alignment of our players as player owners with the organization is going to allow us to drive that quickly forward. We're really excited about it.
And based on the information that players have learned today about their value, like you said, this is an unprecedented thing that we're seeing in professional sports. What has been the feedback so far that you've received from the membership?
I think there's a ton of excitement about it, and that really goes for everything that's happened over the past few months. You know, you mentioned for the viewers a few minutes ago the creation of PGA Tour Enterprises. A couple months ago, we have the Strategic Sports Group, which is a consortium of sports team owners across almost every major league in the world. And the amount of knowledge they have, the amount of expertise they have about other sports, best practices that we can apply to golf is incredible. The investment they've made into the PGA Tour, they believe in the product, and we're going to use that to invest in the fan. You know, we're looking at a lot of things across how we deliver the sport on our platforms, the fan experience, a lot of other exciting initiatives, and that's really what's driving the excitement from the membership. So the player equity program information today is just another element of some really exciting times ahead.
It does seem like the fan, as you mentioned, is the priority, should be the priority. How engaged in this equity program do you think the average golf fan will be?
Well, it's really, like I said, about alignment, and we don't expect the fans to be engaged in it. What we do want is the players to be fully aligned with their organization. Like I said, it's something no other sport has done before, and we're seeing an incredible amount of excitement about that. What it means for the fan is you're going to have players fully aligned with thinking about what's best for them. How do we grow this sport? You know, ultimately, and we talked about this in our PAC meeting last week at length, what's the best version of the PGA Tour? You know, fans want to see the PGA Tour lead professional golf forward. We're really focused on innovating that. We haven't stood still. We've done a lot over the last few months, and to have the players directly engaged in that is really the takeaway from what it means to be a player owner as part of this player equity program.
So Tyler, for those players who are not currently included in this program, what have you heard? What do you say to them? What's their reaction?
Yeah, I mean, I've spent a lot of time, with all sorts of members this year. We have a great class of rookies. We have some returning members, and the summary is it's an incredible and exciting time to be a PGA Tour member. You know, that with all of the things we're excited about and building on our platforms. As it relates to the player equity program, the PGA Tour Enterprises Board plans on issuing future equity and recurring grants, which is an opportunity for our next set of stars out there. So there's a lot of excitement around everything we're doing.
And in terms of those expectations now on the players who are part of this program, how else are they expected to contribute to the tour's growth to increase their value beyond just playing in PGA Tour events?
Well, ultimately, we have an incredible sport and that our athletes really care about it. And they're constantly every day thinking about how to improve our platform, about our product. It's very unique. I'm here at the Zurich Classic. The Pro-Am is going on. That's a unique thing in sports, and our athletes are out entertaining clients and sponsors that help us put on this tournament and ultimately drive a significant amount of charity. So it's sort of built into the sport, but what we're excited about is all the new things we can think about. We mentioned the Strategic Sports Group and the expertise that those folks have across other sports. Our players are highly engaged. We had a great Player Advisory Council meeting where we talked about things from other sports that we've learned. And so, it's an exciting time, and I think what we want them to do is play golf. Fans want to see them display their incredible skills on the course, but being aligned with the overall goals of the organization is really what this latest announcement today is about.
Yeah, so these additional sort of requirements on and off the course, in your opinion, does that change the concept of PGA Tour members being considered independent contractors in any way?
No, nothing changes about that, and all of the particulars about our model, the schedule model we've deployed, what players are striving to achieve out here. That's what's most important. This is a deeper, more longer-term thing of how do we improve the sport. Like I said earlier, what's the best version of the PGA Tour? And I'm excited because our players want to know that. They're thinking about that, and ultimately, it's really the fans that have to help us drive that to its future state.
And just a couple more questions, Tyler. I'm not sure if you'll be able to answer this one, but if the PGA Tour is able to reach a deal with the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia, would a live player be eligible for the player equity program, in your opinion?
Yeah, that's not something I'll be able to discuss today. I know Commissioner Monahan addressed this topic generally during his press conference at the Players' Championship. And we're excited about the progress we're making. It's accelerating, certainly see a positive outcome, and we're keeping the fan front and center as we think about the future of the professional game and the PGA Tour.
Okay, and just finally, looking at the enterprises as a whole, of course, there's been a lot of conversation behind closed doors. How long do you think it will be before we see more sort of hands-on involvement from SSG with the PGA Tour and its membership?
Well, they're incredibly involved already. It's an amazing group of owners and investors that have an unbelievable amount of experience across the other sports. They're already highly involved in helping us think about this. We've had a lot of productive discussions, and them thinking about our business as an outside lens is helping the management team, the players really think of it in a new way. And also, there's just so many best practices and exciting things that we see in other sports that we can use to improve the PGA Tour. So, I keep mentioning the fan. That's on purpose. The fan is an incredibly important focal point for us, and we want to make the PGA Tour as good as it can possibly be moving forward.